And now for more on the return of the new right party, this time under former Justice Minister Ayelet Shaked. We are joined via Skype by journalist and political analyst at Ynet, Attila Somfalvi. Attila, thank you for joining us.
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. So, do you expect the new right to be doing any better in the upcoming elections in September than they did in April?
Well, actually, this is the biggest question everybody's asking themselves, because there is a new experiment named the New Right. And we saw them in the past, just 2 months ago, failing in getting the threshold. So this time, what's going to be new? The only fact that is new is that Ayelet Shaked actually is the leader per se. She is the one who leads this party. I don't know what it means for now. We didn't hear that officially that she's going to lead the party. But I think that they're going to be a switch from the security issues that we heard when Bennett was the leader. He said, I'm going to be the Minister of Defense. And now she says, I'm going to be the one who changes how the Supreme Court in Israel looks like. This is the most important thing, even more important than the defense issues. But the big question is whether the public wants her more than they wanted him in the past.
Well, so that actually kind of begs my next question is, who do you think initiated that change? Do you think that it was maybe an agreement that Bennett and Shaked maybe came up with together in a bid to get a better voter turnout for their party? Or do you think maybe Ayelet Shaked, having been approached from some other parties, said, my hand is better here and I'll play it and be the leader this time?
Her hand is better, that's for a fact. For example, let's see what the right voter would like to see in a new party. They want to see her leading. That's a fact. Every poll that was made in the past few weeks showed that very clearly. Everybody wants her to lead. Everybody wants her to be the one who is in the front. So, yes, she's stronger than he is. Ayelet Shaked is much stronger than Naftali Bennett is today in the Israeli public. And therefore, the change, it was almost necessary. It was almost natural. We couldn't see again the same game, the same running system that was just 2.5 months ago. It was pretty clear that if Ayelet Shaked comes back, she's going to be number one.
So, and then I guess for my final question, do you suspect perhaps even more unifications between perhaps the new right and the united right parties? Because, we're seeing with the new right, they didn't even make it past the electoral threshold. So they might have a better chance this time around with Ayelet Shaked in the leadership. But do you suspect there will be even more unifications ahead of September just to shore up the numbers?
Well, let me compliment you. Every question you are asking is the question, because people do not know exactly. We are in a turmoil. We are in a mess. Israel is in a political mess. That has to be said. So from now on, we'll have to see how things are moving. Ayelet Shaked would like to be the leader of the entire bloc, right? She would like to lead the Peretz party. She would like to lead the Smotrich party. She would like to lead everybody. But they are also grabbing for some more power. And therefore, we do not know exactly if she will be able as a leader to unite them all in one party under her leadership.
So I have a follow-up question. How different are their ideologies? In your opinion, do you think that there's too much of a disparity between the ideologies of the URP and the new right, and if they are too big of a difference in ideology and policy, do you think that they'll try to work through that, or maybe they'll just do the best they can again by themselves?
Let's take, for example, the URP, right? The union of the rightist parties is a union of those coming from the deep right in Israel. They are the conservatives of the right in Israel. We heard Rabbi Peretz just a few days ago talking about the gays. We heard him talking about the Jews assimilating in the United States. We heard the rabbi saying that a woman cannot lead a political party in Israel. This is totally different from what Bennett and Shaked are supposed to represent. Sure. This is why they left the Beit Yehudi party. This is exactly that was the reason. They wanted to split. They wanted to go away. They wanted to say bye-bye rabbis, bye-bye conservatives, bye-bye all this nonsense about gays and everything. Right. They wanted to leave that behind. So yes, there is a big difference between them today. And I think what Rabbi Peretz did just a few days ago when he was addressing the gays, the gay issue.
Conversion therapy and all that.
the conversion therapy
Sure.
and everything, yeah, of course, he made a huge damage to his own party and also to the entire right.
I see. So maybe he's trying. So maybe it's the initiative to unify is perhaps coming from him, kind of save face, perhaps, or I don't know. I guess we don't know. Well, we'll have to wait until later, and we'll find out hopefully a lot of the answers to these questions. Attila, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure.